formal letter. Now talking about informal letter, to whom do we write informal letter, or we can say informal letters, we can say that these letters are also called personal letters. Personal letters, or we can say that they are not official letters. Letters written to parents, friends, relatives, acquaintances, all these types of letters are known as informal or personal letter, where we are actually trying to write a letter to someone whom we know very well. It might be a friend of yours, it might be some relative of yours, it might be your parents. If you are staying away from parents, you can even write a letter to your parents. It might be some acquaintances. Acquaintances means person whom we know but they are not very close to us, so we can even write personal letter to them. Now children, this letter, firstly we will look at personal letter or formal letter, informal letter. Firstly, we will see how we write personal or informal letter. Now talking about personal letter, children, it depends upon whom we are writing the letter, and whenever we are attempting, whenever the question comes in exam on letter writing, reading the question itself, you will be able to understand whether it is a personal letter or it is a formal letter, because it is clear, as I have already told you, that personal letters are always written to friends, relatives, parents, acquaintances, etc. So now children, let us move on to the marking scheme and how we have to, what is the layout, how we have to write the letter, how we have to present it. So the layout consists of 2.5 marks. Layout in the letter consists of 2.5 marks. In personal letter I am talking about. Layout means if you are following the format that has been prescribed by the council, if you have followed the same format, then you will be able to score 2.5 marks easily. Then 2.5 marks is for subject matter. Subject matter. It is again of 2.5 marks. Then expression. Five marks. In total, if you sum up all these three, it comes out to be 10 marks question. It is a 10 mark question where if you have following the format that is there, if you have followed the proper format that is prescribed by the council, if you have followed the proper format, you will be getting 2.5 marks. Even if you have it does not depend upon the language, it does not depend upon the grammar, just the proper format has to be there. If you have followed the format, you will get 2.5 marks in subject matter. If you have written the subject matter properly, then again you will be getting 2.5 marks. That subject matter means a layout. Then if you have written the subject, whatever the addressal has to be, if you have written the addressal properly, then you will be getting 2.5 marks. And then 5 marks, children, is for the expression. This totally depends upon your writing skills. The expression part of the letter writing totally depends upon your writing skills and the grammar, the English that you use while writing your letter. So first of all, as we have already discussed, so far and so forth that whenever we are writing any letter or whenever we are attempting any question in English language, children, be very much particular that don't try to use very flowery language. Try to be up to the point and try to use simple language. When you do that, first of all, you eliminate the possibility of committing too many errors. You don't commit errors because when you write simple language, they don't contain so many errors. But once you try to overdo something, once you try to use too much flowery language in order to influence the person who is reading it, then you tend to commit more mistakes. So I would recommend that you should not use flowery language. Now let us discuss the layout, how it has to be written. In layout, children, first thing which we are going to discuss, which we are going to pay attention towards is the address. Whenever you are writing a personal letter, first thing what you are going to do is you are going to write your address, whatever your address is, 145 Stanley Road, then Lucknow, then Uttar Pradesh, now children, once you have written the address, you have to be very much particular when you are writing the address about the format which you are going to use. When you are writing the format, everything has to be from the extreme left hand side of the margin. Whatever you are writing, it has to be from the extreme left hand side of the margin. Once you have written the format, once you have written the address, the next thing which you should write is, first thing is address, then B, talking about layout, B is date. Date. So whenever you are writing date in your letter writing, you will leave one line over here. Leave one line. And then you will write date, whatever date is there. But it is recommended, children, not to use short forms, not to write date in short form just like it is written here. You should not write like this in your letter writing. In your letter writing, you should always write complete date. For example, 4th December 2022 have written the date, and after you have completed your address also, you should put a full stop. And your address also consists of punctuation marks. If there is a punctuation mark in your address, then you should always give punctuation mark when you are writing your address in a letter. Now the next thing is greeting or salutation. After you have written date, again you will leave one line. Again leave one line. And then C will be greetings or salutation. salutation? Have you ever seen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Have you ever seen soldiers saluting people whenever they are on duty? They often salute whenever they are marching or whenever they are actually giving respect to someone. It is a form of greeting. Salutation means to greet someone in a special way. So, if you are writing a letter, obviously to whomever you are writing, first thing that you have to do before coming to the point is that you have to greet the person. That is, after the address and date, you have to greet the person whomever you are writing, to whomever you are writing a letter. That is known as salutation. Now children, you can write, salutation can be written in many different ways. For example, you can just write plainly, you can write sir or ma'am or start writing, but it purely depends upon the person to whom you are writing a letter. If you are writing a letter to your close relatives or close friends, you can write my dear this, my dear mom, my dear dad. So salutation purely depends upon the relationship that you have with the person to whom you are writing a letter. For example, you are writing a letter to your mom, obviously you will write my dear mom. If you are writing a letter to your best friend, you will write my dear Akriti or whatever, XYZ, whatever the name of the friend is. But if you are writing a letter to an acquaintance, that is a person whom you know but you are not very close to that person, you cannot write my dear. So in that case, that is also a personal letter, but in that case you will write dear. Whatever, to whomever you are writing, dear Mr. Gupta, dear Dr. Sen, to whomever you are writing, you will just write dear. If you are writing a letter to an acquaintance, you will not write my dear. So salutation or greeting purely depends upon the person to whom you are writing a letter. But then be very careful that salutation will also be from the margin. From the margin. That is dear sir or dear Mr. Gupta, okay, then you will put comma, and then comes the opening sentence of the letter. Then comes the opening sentence. Opening sentence. Children, when you are writing opening sentence, then also you will start your before starting it, again after greeting or salutation, you will leave one line over here. And children, some of you, when you attempt letter writing, in personal letter also you write subject, but that is not required at all. When you are writing a personal letter, you need not write subject in it. You can directly come to the matter of the letter, to whatever the matter is or whatever you want to express in your letter, you need to come directly to that. Now the opening sentence should either be in response, whatever the question in your exam has come. For example, write a letter to your mother informing her about your coming back to home from the hostel and intimating her about the date. So the opening sentence will be, dear mother, if you have, after you have written salutation, I hope you are in best of your health, and I would like to inform you that the exams are over and I would be home very soon, or whatever date you have decided. You can write that date, and once you have written that, if you have already written a letter and this letter is in continuation to what you have written, is a reply to some letter which your mother had written to you, for example, inquiring about your health since you had left home. Since when you had left home, you were not in the best of your health. So first sentence in that situation will be, you will write, dear mother, I would like to inform you, I happily inform you that I have now recovered fully from my illness and now I am totally all right and doing very well. So this is how you are going to start your opening sentence or opening paragraph. It has to be either according to the question whatever has been put up to you, or it has to be in continuation to the rest or in response to whatever you have previously written or whatever letter has been previously written to you. Is this much clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything which is not clear up till now, till the opening sentence? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes, ma'am.
now, next is body of the letter. Body of the Now children, body of the letter, talking about body of the letter. Excuse me. And now children, talking about the body of the letter. What is body of the letter? Whatever content you are writing in the letter, whatever content you are writing to give certain information or to answer to some query that has been put up to you by some of your relative or friend, or to whomever you are writing a personal letter, that is known as the body of the letter. The body of the letter is actually the subject matter. Is the subject matter. Body of the letter is actually the subject matter. And it consists, the body of the letter, children, it consists of 3 paragraphs. Now children, talking about the body of the letter. It consists of 3 paragraphs. That is, a letter should always contain 3 paragraphs. You should try not to conclude your letter in 2 paragraphs, and you should try not to exceed your letter for more than 3 paragraphs. First paragraph will be introductory paragraph. In second paragraph, you will come to the matter, and third paragraph is always a paragraph of thanksgiving or conveying love. Okay, if you are writing a letter, personal letter, then it has to be the concluding paragraph or the last paragraph has to be always has to be. First paragraph is introductory paragraph. Then the second paragraph will be your subject matter. And then third paragraph will be your concluding paragraph. Now children, concluding paragraph can either be thanksgiving paragraph. Concluding paragraph can either be thanksgiving paragraph, or you are extending love to someone, to whomever you are writing a personal letter. It depends upon to whomever you are writing a letter, that according to that you will write the concluding paragraph. Once you have written the concluding paragraph, then you will write subscription or leave taking or saying goodbye. Then F is subscription, after you have sorry children. Now children, one thing I forgot to tell you, whenever you are changing paragraphs in your letter writing, everything will start from extreme left hand side of your page. From the margin you will start the next paragraph itself. Once you have completed all the 3 paragraphs, once you have written the concluding paragraph, again you will leave one line over here and then you will write subscription, or you can say leave taking or saying goodbye. Leave taking. So leave taking depends, again it depends upon the person to whom you are writing a letter. It depends upon the person to whom you are addressing, the way you are going to take leave. If you are writing a letter to someone who is very close to you, that is your friends, your relatives, your parents, then you will write your affectionately, your lovingly. So then you can write your lovingly, or affectionately, or affectionate. If you are writing a letter to your friend, you can often write your sincerely. Then you will, if you are writing a letter to an acquaintance, as I have already told you, the person whom you know but you don't know very properly. So when you are writing a letter to an acquaintance, you will write your sincerely, and then you will sign and end the letter, or you will write your name and end the letter. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you children.